Joining us on the line, Dr. Jeff Gardere, a clinical psychologist. Dr. Jeff, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Good morning.
All right, so look, this guy was schizophrenic, according to the people who know about him. So why is it that schizophrenic people are just walking around on the streets today? What is going on in our mental health, world that allows that to take place?
Well, let's be clear that there are a lot of schizophrenics who are getting proper treatment, the therapies and the medications, and doing just fine, living productive lives. But there are a significant number of individuals who are schizophrenic who become homeless, as this individual was. He lived in Missouri, Texas, Alabama, Illinois, Florida. So certainly there wasn't anyone who could track him, and certainly it appears that he was not getting any kind of medication or treatment, or even if he was at some point, may not have been compliant. And we also see that people who are homeless, we call this the downward drift, become so emotionally distraught, so poor, not getting any kind of physical treatment, not eating, that they can become schizophrenic, emotionally disturbed.
All right, so
but you want to mix that. Let me just say this about this individual. Yes, you have that side, but he had also been arrested for assault. He had also had a criminal record as well. Don't you think the two things put together would have made someone like this be predetermined that he needed to be put in an institution, put under care, someone that needed to be taken off the streets?
Well, Scotty, you're absolutely right. The problem is that there aren't enough beds in these psychiatric hospitals, not enough resources to treat these individuals. So the prisons themselves become the new psychiatric wards, but as quickly as these people can be released, they are released, but they don't have any aftercare services. No one is tracking them afterwards to make sure that they're getting the proper treatment. So certainly this was a person with a dangerous past, but there are a lot of people out there like this right now. This is a major issue in our country.
So what is going on with the psychology of these people that makes them want to go into a movie theater and shoot the place up? We've had several of these, and we're not at all clear as what's going on in the minds of these people.
Well, when you're dealing with someone who is delusional, as this person obviously appeared to be, it's easy to latch on to something that brings notoriety, something that they can in many ways sympathize with, something that they can add their fame to or increase their own fame. And so delusionally, they see someone like maybe a James Holmes as a hero, and they see that these people get a significant amount of attention, and it plays into that delusional system that this is a way for them to make a statement or to be part of that very crazy world in which now they become these sorts of predators.
So do we in the media bear some responsibility for the extensive coverage we give of things like this?
You know what? In the past, I think that may have been the issue, but the American Psychological Association and other psychiatric associations have been working with the media, and you all have been very responsible. For one, not often giving the names of the shooters, concentrating more on the victims, and having experts such as myself trying to help us understand what's going on. Look, the fact is we have to get that information out there. Social networking will get that information out there, but we just have to try not to glamorize this sort of thing so that more people are not feeling the need to have to get involved in it or be part of it.
But at the same time, don't you feel like we've entered into this politically correct society where you don't want to sit there, you might hurt their feelings by calling them crazy, or students in school, if a kid has that suspicion, do you believe, you've been watching this over the past couple decades. Do you think today people are afraid to say, hey, I'm really scared of that person over there, that down the road he might be somebody that, we might have some issues with?
Well, I think that, if nothing else, that we're respecting people's civil rights, that you can't just go in just because you suspect someone may be strange or odd and then target them for being monitored or for being placed in jail. We have to find the balance, but at the same time, we also have to all work together to isolate and help these individuals who appear to be emotionally disturbed, and as a society make sure that they get follow-up treatment, that we do everything that we're supposed to do in mental health to make sure that these people are healthy. Because this, again, is another situation of when we're minding our own business and we're not taking care of the issues of people who have mental illness, how it becomes a societal problem. That's why we all have to pitch in and help these individuals so that they don't act out later on.
All right, Dr. Jeff Gardere, we thank you so much for joining us here on Mornings on the Mall.
My pleasure.